venture or line of business?
We've seen situations where students leave their campuses and troop in to Abuja to do that.
Let's take this call. Good morning. Oh, that's a miss. Please go ahead to call back.
We see students leave institutions and still try to see how a way to survive. Some will tell you that their parents have not paid their school.
Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
I'm okay. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Who do we have on the line?
Yeah, I'm Godwin.
All right, good to have you, Godwin. All right.
Good morning to you, Godwin. Good morning to you, Godwin.
Well, there's nothing I say. I don't know. Something bad is that. None of this is good.
We can barely hear you, Godwin.
Can you hear me?
Okay, this is better.
Yeah. So, something that is bad is bad. I can. So, I don't want to talk too much. All I know is that before somebody do something, I should have already planned to do that. There is already sit down, think twice.
Very much for calling. All right. 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 Send a voice note or a message from also Francis Namani, watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. He says, good morning. The prevalent cause of is an act of criminality. So fraud is actually deliberate. But when it comes to being a transactional sex worker, it could be as a result of a lack of job opportunities and hardship. But are we also oblivious of the fact that there are truckloads of people on the street who are faced with hardship, who don't have jobs, but they have, I don't know. I really don't know. Now, I don't know. I really don't know. Now, we've also seen scenarios where a lady who is a transactional sex worker gets picked off the street by a man who thinks that, come on, you can get a better life off the street. And it's just a matter of time. She'll tell I want to go back there. I feel very comfortable being there.
That one has gone beyond that man's control. That one it has become a lifestyle influenced by something else.
An evil spirit.
Influenced by something else.
An evil spirit.
I'm trying to do a job, establish you, even or probably start up a business, and
on daily basis, people just on daily basis, people just. Good morning, my name is Sammy from Osetu. Seriously, good morning, my name is Sammy from Osetu. Seriously, both fraudsters, both commercial sex workers, we all know what the thing. Both fraudsters, both commercial sex workers, we all know what the thing. Both are illegal. Yes, they are illegal. But it's quite unfortunate that even with the fact that we are seeing people, ritualists using these people the way you just see a lady in the room, remember. I think those things of question all those people. Let's put aside institution coming up, or let's put aside. Let's just decide that they should set up. Let's just decide that they should set up some people to come and do all these things. No, I'm not even saying government is not the same government that when they have meetings in big hotels, they arrange. There are some people that is meetings in big hotels. They arrange. There are some people that are arranging people for them. I don't know. Sorry to say that the lawmakers are sleeping with workers. And what do you expect, sir? What do you expect, man? How do you expect them to create a law that will go against it, even if there is a law against that will go against it, even if there is a law against it? Do you think they will implement it? Because everything will now be good. Do you think they will implement it? Because everything will now be good. To them, they will also know that we are also involved in this. To them, they will also know that we are also involved in this thing. Are we getting it? And all those fraudsters, I'll tell you now, most of them have gone to almost at the peak of their life, and they are coming down gradually. Some, before you know, they just die. Some will just act an accidental. They will just read their lives like that. Point to me, an accidental. They will just read their lives like that. point to me one of the first that is responsible. I'm not too sure what they do with the money they see. They manage, they smoke, they manage, they smoke, they do all those sorts of things because they believe those things will continue. And all of a sudden, those sorts of things because they believe those things will continue. And all of a sudden, it will stop. I have many as friends when I was in Oyo State. I have many as friends. Ask me, where are they now? They are nowhere. They are nothing. They are even begging. You understand all these things? And now the so-called prostitutes, sorry to use that word. They are there also. Their life is not peak because some of them will not find husband and you know their life is just so miserable. The only solution they are thinking now is how to do themselves. Sorry to say. Dying gradually because of most of actions or decisions. Are we getting it? Most of other things that these people can do, but because of unrighteousness. Are we getting it? Most of other things that these people can do, but because of unrighteousness, everybody wants to belong. I want to drive my own car. I want to drive. You see 16 years, you see 17 years of girl going to commercial sex work again. You'll be wondering, this small girl, and before you start riding, you start driving a very big car. Who do you think is giving her that money? If not for those 4 stars, it's just that the things happen. And before you know, I don't know why clothes, money, phone has become the determinant of our lives, especially we youth. I don't know why material things is the only thing that we're looking for. Future doesn't mean anything to some of we youth again. What we are after now is that Lamborghini, I will just ride it. That Ferrari, I will just ride it. I don't care if that won't happen to me in the next 2 or 3 years. Most of them they don't believe in the future any longer. See, that's why we see we are supposed to fill up the future.
Quite extensive and detailed. However, we're not sure. I mean, they claim that some of these lawmakers.
You know, at times when I watch Nigerian movies, there's always a truth. When I see some Nigerian movies I watch, there's always a truth. There's always an iota of truth in some Nigerian movies.
Why bring lawmakers into
morals, our moral values, and if I wouldn't know what the NOA, that's the
National Orientation Agency,
is doing. I think they have a lot of work to do, but at the same time, the church. Yes,
I think we excuse the government from this conversation and focus on the church.
We're not going to excuse the government, but at the same time, there's an arm of the government whose job is to do, which is the NOA. I feel that much of this enlightenment, it's not that they don't know. Most of them know. There are a lot of things that need to be done. After the NOA doing their job, trying to enlighten Nigerians on the dangers of what is happening, the church also too has a role to play.
Sorry to bother you. Aside the NOA, we also have the NAPTIP.
Good.
They have a crucial role to play.
The church has a lot of roles to play. Thank God for the home cell. Now it shouldn't be all about money, and money. Because anyone who you see talk about church now, it has to do with money. It shouldn't be all about the money. What values are you instilling in the lives of your members? Are you following them up to the letter to encourage them? Because whether you like it or not, some will leave the world and come to the church to get solution. Rather they come to the church, they get the bus dose. Yes, they get the bus dose and they run out. The church, the world is trying to be the world is trying to be churchy. No. The world is trying to be churchy. Why the church is becoming worldly? That's how most people they see it. Because they run to church for solution and they don't even get it. Because you can't expect a pastor, I don't know you. How do you expect me to help they disappear?
Right.
You know, I've seen that. So the church still have a lot of roles to play. Now, the family, that happens to be the unit of the society, has a lot to do. Even families, I see where families even encourage children to go and do malpractice by giving them money to go and bribe.
So people start, their courses, without their consent. They say, I already discussed with your teacher, so just go.
Everything still boils down to moral. And now I'll still come back again to the government. Pass laws. And let these laws be functional. That in case this party, Mr. A or Mr. B, is found guilty, should face the wrath of the law immediately.
Right.
And the judiciaries will do that. Then we have the legislature, we have the judiciaries. When they upload laws, they should make sure that these things are in place. So a lot still needs to be done because it still boils down to our moral values.
That's right. And another concern would be the process that investigations actually take. It takes a long time, really. Why can't we just make the whole thing somewhat seamless, such that people get this almost immediately.
That's the thing.
That would actually help to build trust.
That's where I think that's where the NUJ should play a better role, because it seems as if with the ways maybe that's also an avenue for some of the lawyers to also make money. I wouldn't know. I can't tell. I might be wrong. And the way they make their own money and see how they can get something out of it. If a judgment is passed, fine and good. They look at the way to drag the case. Some don't even investigate. Some just want to make sure they get what is it. So I really don't know. But I believe that when all these things are in place, the police, which is also another one, will also help to see how they can also enforce all the. See, Nigeria has a long way to go.
Well, let's take this message from Abbas. Abbas reporting from Dutse says, "Good morning, Omoefe and Vic. Sociologically, both acts are bad, but when you of socio-economic benefits to our society." I mean, yes, I understand that.
Know that's
please forget what the benefits are.
Before you continue, Abbas, please, we would like to know these benefits.
Okay, he's saying that if not for this act, there would have been a lot of sexual dysfunctional individuals in our society. Come on, where is the place of self-control? Are you missing that? Savik, you are just hammering on the negatives. The benefits of. Come on, Abbas, thank you so much for this message. No. I can't just continue with
Is it benefit for the fraudster, or because, like I said earlier, Abbas, if you had joined me both of them are wrong.
They are wrong.
I'm not justifying anyone at all. I'm not continuing to say, is there a positive in fraudsters, or probably there's a positives in commercial sex workers?
Well, he is maintaining the fact that there are, socio-economic benefits that comes with, the transactional sex activity or activism, as it were, in our country, Nigeria. But he really didn't, share his points or thoughts on the internet fraudsters.
Now let's look. Let me go this way. I always don't let go come from the angle of, but I think I'll do it this way. Sex is meant for marriages. Sex is meant for marriages, not singles, and not for anyone that is not married. That is what sex is for procreation. That is what sex for, and it brings bond between marriage people. There is a bond there, because when you stay and continue with your partner, there's always a bond. Now, there's this part of the Bible, I don't know the Bible passage. When you join with a harlot, you will be bonded with that harlot. Now, you don't know how many demons this harlot is carrying with the numerous kind of people she has slept with. You don't know. But when you, as an individual, as a man, you go and sleep with this harlot, you don't know how many D's that she is carrying. You now go and meet her, and you guys now consummate. You will now be a partaker with this demon. Now, if these demons are responsible for poverty, if they're responsible for stagnation, if they're responsible for retrogression,
ill health,
you will pack it and you will go.
And most of the time, you don't even know these things.
You don't even know these things.
You just go back to your house, and then you start wondering where is this coming from.
So
you start going from church to church for
deliverance. Like I said, Abbas, I don't know the positives from being a
transactional sex worker.
I don't see a positive there, but the truth of it is that I will not encourage it. I will not advise anyone to go into it. Why are you rushing to go have sex? You should wait for the right time, and when you get into marriage, then you do the needful.
Why should that even be an option when it comes to making ends meet? Why?
Go now. That's also why should that be an option?
Can't you be a laborer? Can't you be a bricklayer? There are certain jobs.
In area 1, I saw someone that is a cripple in area 1 selling just yesterday selling phone accessories.
Wow.
And so on. That's a cripple at this area 3 pedestrian bridge. Then when you go towards area 1 bridge, you will see them there. Either they are selling pen or they just look for something to do.
So get busy.
So if someone that is disabled is doing that, now talk about somebody that is able with his full hands and legs, two eyes, and
your ears, and you can talk.
Come on.
I think we can actually do better. Let's not try to make excuses for a certain, act. And the truth is, we are probably shying away from the fact. I don't want to believe we're even shying away. We know that the standard want to blame this on the Western, the Western countries or civilization or however way it is you want to put it. How is it that we now have ladies, for example? I want to be very particular about my gender now. Women wearing biker shorts. They call it biker shorts. I only discovered that recently though. Biker shorts is what our mothers actually taught us as a girl child to wear underneath our clothes. Is what our women now wear out. Even married women, they are guilty of this. Mothers are guilty of this. Our daughters are guilty of this. And it's not like a trend. People have normalized it. So you can see almost... I don't know. I really don't know.
There's really a lot traveling. There's this transformation from years back to what we have now. A lot of things are happening. A lot of changes. When you try to compare what happened back in Sodom and Gomorrah, you look at.
I told you. I asked you earlier. Have we gotten to that point?
And I said we are worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, because one, when you look at what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, when God decided to destroy that city, it was homosexuality and others that were there when they were trying to sleep with Lot and so on like that, homosexuality and so on like that. Now at this age now, with the introduction of the internet, with the coming of the age of the internet, a lot of things has really happened. So we are worse than what happened in the era of Sodom and Gomorrah. Worse. What if there's anything above worse, we'll put it there.
But are these end time signs?
My dear, they are. They are. Seriously, they are. Now it only takes people that are sensitive to know. Now, why is it that we are reading histories? Things that have happened there is now happening. But that have happened then happening now. Take for instance when we became independent in Nigeria here.
Right.
Are you going to compare what happened back in 1960 to what we are having now?
Not at all.
So this is just one example from the political scene or probably the economical scene of what we have here in Nigeria. Seriously, the world is evolving, and the whites tend to make things easy for them. But it's quite unfortunate that those things that are used to make easy, to make life easy for them, people are now capitalizing on it. I was telling somebody which day, last week, I said, have you noticed the trend on Facebook? Have you noticed the trend on Facebook? And what is that trend? It's all about sexuality. There is no video you open that does not have an atom of sexuality.
Well, I think
you just look at it, flip back to back.
I know I've said this more than 10 times already today, that we have a long way to go. From every aspect of our lives, from the place of morals, ensuring that there is some sort of sanity within our political space. Even religiously, we have a long way to go. Gone are the days where a lady would, dress up, go to church, wearing something above her knee, and then the clergyman would say, "Come on, this is not proper."
No, I don't think it's left for the clergyman to do that. Probably
it starts from the home. They say charity begins at home, but it shouldn't end there. It shouldn't end there. So now the generation of mothers that we have now, I wouldn't want to call them the Gen Z mothers.
I want to call them Gen Z mothers. We're in the age of Gen Z.
But we still have some millennials who are also behaving like the Gen Z.
Good, because of.
Is it because of the home they came out from, or they're easily the influence is so strong now? Mr. Vic, we must admit that there's a very strong wave out there right now. The influence is, so if you don't have,
I am not disagreeing with you.
If you don't have that spirit of discernment, you might just fall in easily.
I am not disagreeing with you. When you say strong, if there's anything above strong, it is stronger than them.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning once again. This is so.
All right, welcome back.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to disagree with my brother there, but I only want to say
when he said he said our time is worse than the
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, it's not worse. The only issue is that there was no social media, so it was underreported.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
that
right.
is just the difference. And secondly, when we said we have a lot to do, let's also provide solution. We shouldn't just. So what is the solution?
Okay.
What is the solution? What is the question? Okay, now we have people who are supposed to be under their parents, are the one parenting.
Sadly.
Yeah. People who are supposed to be under parents are the one
Parenting their parents now.
Yeah. So in the name of when Chinese find out that okay, they are going out of population, what did they do? They stopped. Oh, don't give birth to more than 2, right? To control. So what do we do? When you go on social media and ask a lady, you want to date a Yahoo boy, working class, they say no, this one cannot give you money because people are looking for quick gratification.
But so let me ask you, how did we get here, So were things
Okay,
like
now,
this maybe 5-10 years ago?
How did we get here? We got here because those days, if I give my dad 10 million, he does not care to ask me how did you get this 10 million, knowing fully well that my son is up to 10 million. Those days, you can't take such money, we can't take such things, those gifts home when your parents will not ask you. How did we get here? Because go to school, go to primary school now, you can't beat a child.
It's really sad.
You can't beat a child because the parents say no, you can't beat my child. So whatever he does, that child be. In our days, right? I don't even if they beat me in the school, I'll still have to beg the teacher not to tell my dad.
Because you'll be whipped when you get home.
Because that will be the part 1, and the part 1 be more than what happened in school. So the solution, what is the solution? How did we get there? What is the solution? These are the solutions. If there's a way we should stop, then let's stop it. Because the only thing is that we have social media so we can report anything. The difference is that those days it was underreported. So maybe in 10, 5, 20 years, maybe I don't know what will happen because we're having Web 3.0. That is where I don't know what will happen in the Web 3, right? So maybe I don't know.
All right.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much,
I
Soso.
think we talked about solution earlier,
Yeah.
where we said the NOA has a lot to do. They need to see how they can come up with things to also enlighten the public. We also talked about NAPTI. We talked about also the church. Church also has a lot to also do. They have to keep doing it. That's the truth. Then the family, the man, husband, wife, father, mother, they also have a role to play. But how will parents do this when they don't have the knowledge of it? So knowledge also plays a major role. Now going back to Sodom and Gomorrah underreported, the populations then were not much. Yes, and there was no technology then.
There was no social media then,
but
there were people that were, their duty was to take record of things that happened.
See, like I said, if you leave us here in the studio, we'll keep talking about this because it is online. There's a spiritual undertone to all this. You talked about a wave that is so strong. It's so strong that it's now even having influence even on social media.
Right.
That's why when we get to social media, we have to be careful what we watch, what we hear, whatever we see. You look at all the organs which are pointers of things being taken into our soul.
Right.
The eyes, the ears, what we listen to, what we hear. So these are the things. Yes, looking at solutions. We also look at a way to what we hear on social media. If you go to social media, there are some things you can, like I use social media a lot, especially for training, for research, educational wise, and other things, social media. But you can also do same.
Well, all right. Let's take a look at some of the messages that we have here. This is from Uche. Uche from Akamata says, "Good morning, Ife and my brother. Internet fraudsters are done intentionally or internet fraud, I'm sure that's what you're trying to say, they invest on it before starting it. They have to get a laptop, pay for subscription, rent a private apartment, some even pay to be trained by others. So I cannot excuse anyone who used the lack of job to make an excuse for it. Then, talking about commercial sex workers, some of them do it for survival. Some were victims of circumstances, and whereas others do it for as using what they have to get what they want. However, both of them are absolutely wrong, and I will never encourage it. Some ladies who indulge in this commercial sex work, they are as a result of laziness and lack of morality or morals and self-control. There is no moral justification of anyone who engage themselves in any of these acts, and religious leaders are doing nothing or less when it comes to morals today, because they only preach prosperity, marital, possession of marital things. On the part of government, they are not doing enough to carry out sensitization on morals, and our judicial system too. It has contributed to all of these moral degradation. Uche from Akamata, thank you. Now, Abbas actually sent another message. He says, please, I implore you all to look at this matter from a sociological perspective, not just religious, right? He said prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. The benefits, there are benefits, there are also negative, sides to it. He even took it upon himself to outline, some of the benefits: economic empowerment, financial independence, reducing poverty, sexual freedom. He says, and also sexual satisfaction. Savik, intimacy is not for marriage people alone. That's not absolutely correct. Intimacy can only be limited by age implications. Abbas, maybe we should try and invite you to the studio soon, so we can really debate this properly.
Now, let me go. Abbas is coming from the angle of sociology,
right?
And me, I will come from the angle of spiritual angle.
Okay, we just have to go pay some bills now. All right, we'll be back to continue the conversation and probably wrap up our thoughts on this topic.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Sorry, sir. We just sold the last one.
Sure.